Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of Motorsport Manager. And when we last left off, Falco took the lead in driver standings, and we are tied for first place in the team standings. We're 18 weeks away from our test track. We are doing some part improvements as per usual. Our next race is Germany, but medium speed corners and that suspension are crucial. So I don't know if we're going to fare quite so well in Germany. We'll just have to take a look-see. Qualifying looks to be rainy, and then the race looks to be sunny with very low tire wear, so the soft tires are going to be the way to go for us for sure. Let's go ahead and continue, and when the car repair is done, we'll make sure that we are working on the appropriate repairs. We are working to get Enrica's car up to about 80 to 85, so we're going to continue working on those parts there so she doesn't have to, spend a lot of time on pit road repairing. So we'll just keep on keeping on there. We'll check in about midweek through the week. 80s. All right, so it looks like parts are on 80. I think what we can do now is get this one off and start working on the reliability of our new suspension. And as a matter of fact, can we squeeze it in before the race? Almost completely filled up 1 hour before the race. So that should be really good. The suspension is what's definitely going to be needed. All right, new sponsor opportunities. So fourth, and fifth. I like the $1 million upfront payment. If we're going to go with between these two, let's see, we'll lose 800. We'll lose 100,000 per 8 races. I mean, I don't think we're hurting for money, and we can squeeze out. Let's see, what are the requirements for these? A first place and a 10th place. All right, so if we feel we can get fourth, this would definitely be the way to go. Or we could, for 3 less races, 100,000 more dollars. I don't think we need the upfront payment. But no, we couldn't get our money back, could we? Even if we did all 7 races and got every single one, that's only $700,000 extra. No, I think we go for our upfront $1 million payment. Seems to make sense. That'll help us build some more parts as well. All right, continuing on through, the International GT Series is doing its business. Take a look at the mail here. Munich, 40% chance of rain. And I know you want a forecasting center, but we're building our test track now, so shove it. Since we do have the extra money, do we build another part? We have the knowledge of good suspension, and it is the cheapest to go. In these coming races, is suspension going to be... We could get another suspension done by the Black Sea. I think that would be a step in the right direction, although we could go all out and try to improve our gearbox as well. Let's just go ahead and build some good suspension, shall we? Medium speed corners plus 20, and then medium speed corners plus 25. Yeah, because we don't want that during qualifying. We couldn't really... Let's see, medium corners 15 to max and plus 20. So that would be a 512, and this would be a 502. So yeah, we'll do a 512. That seems to be the way to go there. We'll spend a few more dollars on the next suspension part, and I think we'll be done with suspension for the year. All right, International GT is running in Sydney. Lucky for them. Good job, Rafael Rodriguez. All right, so I think we will be all set up for Germany. Indeed. All right, what is this? Will the GTCS, a new race in the Ardennes? It's always great to visit a new circuit. I'd love to watch our magnificent cars hurling around the track there. I don't know anything about it, so I'm just going to abstain when it's time to vote, because Ardennes, I don't know if it'll help us or hurt us, really. So, let's get ready to head to Germany. And I don't think we're going to get a fourth with our lackadaisical suspension parts. So I'll take the near guaranteed 400,000 for just this race. And then come next week, I think the fourth would be very well to do. Awesome. Let's go ahead and put those brand new suspension parts on the car at 98%. All right, we'll just do a quick flip-flop there, and Falco should have some really decent suspension parts here. He won't have to worry about repairing, and I don't think any of the other, or I don't think Enrico will either. So I will go ahead and get to the track and see you after qualifying. Qualifying has concluded. Falco sits in second place. Enrico Lara sits in fourth. Not a bad run, but rain may be on the horizon. Nothing up until lap 7, so our Q2 tires should at least get us there. We'll have to keep an eye on the weather to see exactly where this will take us. But everyone else in front of us is on the same old Q2 tires as well. Those in the bottom half of the field are on fresh tires, so that may prove difficult for us to keep track of. We'll just have to keep a look-see. And Lara just runs wide, and that pretty much makes that argument invalid. So she goes from 4th to 20th, and that's just sort of how it goes. She's going to have a long way to catch up here, and all the tires in front of her are going to be brand new tires. So I mean, she has an uphill battle to fight for sure. Let's take a look at the weather, see if any rain is on the forecast. So far, so good. We'll just have to play it by ear and see exactly what we can do as far as pit strategy to get around. Tire wear was not an issue, so we'll probably do a lot of soft tire changes, and hopefully Lara can make her way to the front. We have her pushing the engine just a little bit, but her condition, part condition is okay. We spent a lot of time repairing up, and as long as Falco has some clean racetrack in front of him, this looks to be pretty good for us, even though we have the jacked up suspension. All right, I don't see any rain in the foreseeable future. Hopefully Lara can get in some passing here. Her car is pretty good, and I imagine her skill is better than these drivers around, so she'll be making up some spots here before pit road. I'm guessing that she'll be able to make up a lot of spots on pit road, and I think we're actually, well, not quite. We're 7 seconds apart, and it's going to take longer than 7 seconds to fuel the car. So we're not within the realm of pitting them both on the same lap. Even though they have the same exact tire wear, we might have to short pit one of them. And based on the performance of what I'm seeing, Lara will be the first one down on pit road to try something new. Although Falco, I picked the soft tires wear more slowly trait for him because I knew we were going to be doing a lot of soft tire changes. So it looks like we can keep running at a semi-aggressive pace here. The guys behind us are really pushing their fuel and their parts condition, but we aren't turned up to 11 as far as our engine is concerned, and Falco is at a 9.6 form. He's actually feeling pretty well this race, and we can see right here the difference in those tires. Lara is chewing up through them fairly quickly. When she gets within one lap to go, I'm going to really push her to get the most out of these tires. We'll have to end up doing multiple pit stops on softs. Just looking at the laps, we've got 23, so that's 11 and 11. I don't want to push these tires quite yet. And a spirited battle for the lead for Falco. I guess he just sort of made a mistake here. Second place is on old and chewed up tires just like us. Is he pushing? Yes, he is. He's pushing really hard to try to get around us, and we are having none of it. All right, so Lara will come around one more time, and I think we're going to turn her up to 11 on this particular lap. Go ahead and go for broke here, Lara. Try to get all of those spots back, and we will pit for some soft tires. Now we have 2 sets of softs left. It'll be 20 some odd laps. We need to take care of these tires if all possible. Let's fill up the tank one more time, and that should be the last time that we're on pit road for fuel, and a nice balanced pit stop for us. So Lara is going to push hard, see if she can get any of these positions made up. Oh, Wilson is on fire. There's a fire in the pits. Wilson is on fire. And not the good performance-based on fire either. So they got the fire put out. All right, Lara should be good to pit this time. And Falco, go ahead and pit next time by for your softs. We will fill up, take 23 laps or so we can afford to push just a little bit. 12 seconds of fuel, and let's go ahead. Oh, crap. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Well, we stacked him just a little bit. I thought Falco was actually clear of pit road. That is my mistake. Falco did come with everyone else, but that's not what I intended to do. Frickin' Falco had some brakes now, I tell you. Able to just go, okay, pit this time, and he's on pit road. Well, that might have screwed my strategy up just a bit. I wanted to leave Falco out just a little bit longer, but his tires do wear more slowly than his competitors, so we can keep him out for a little bit longer. That is unfortunate indeed. So how about Lara? Are you hanging on? The fact that we stacked him up, I didn't... Man, I want to sort of go back when this episode is done and take a look at where Falco was when I told him to pit, because I swear he was past pit road. But he just skirt right on in he goes, and there was really nothing you could do about it. I think I told him right here, and he's like, okay, right on. Man, I kind of felt like we gave one up there. We'll see how the race plays out. No more rain in the forecast, so these slick tires are going to have to last us. And I think we'll just have to sort of settle with what we have here. Falco is catching up to 12th, and he won't have to pit again. Let's see if we can clear these guys on pit road. Yeah, we'll make short work of those people on pit road there. I mean, Falco by far has the fastest car on the track, I would say. But we're 20 seconds back because we are off sequence of pit road there. And we have to really catch up to all of those guys coming on pit road right now. If we don't get past them, it's going to be a bad day. And if we can't leapfrog them in some way, then it'll be a bad day. They're going to have fresh tires right behind us, but I think they're going to be on mediums, which is fascinating indeed. They won't be as fast as us on these soft tires. So I think if we can make these tires last a little bit more, and Falco can, he's got that light-footed trait, we should be okay. All right, let's just do a neutral and not burn these tires up, see where we can sit. We're 16 laps. We need to do about 6 more laps or so on these tires. I think we can push Lara just a little bit more. She is in heavy traffic, and I think she might be able to make some ground up if we turn up the engine just a touch. We don't have to go bananas or bonkers yet, but she should be able to make up some of that time. Falco is making up those spots from pit road, and it just feels like it's going to rain, but it is cloudy with no rain in the foreseeable forecast, at least past lap 22. So if it rains later in the race, I don't think we're actually going to do anything about it. We've sort of made our bed. And Falco's pushing okay. A lot of cars on pit road here. We're back up in the third. And we only have these cars that we pitted with in order to contend with, including the pole center Kaluza. And I still think we're faster, even though we're not like really pushing the tires. We are much faster than them, for sure. All right, so the question is, as far as Lara is concerned, there's 13 laps to go. We can split it with a 7 and a 7 and just go all out for 7 laps and then come back in and go all out for 7 laps. Or we could try to stretch this out. I don't think her tires are going to last 13 laps. So what we'll do is we'll push really hard this last lap and have to get her on mediums the next time by. And I'm not pushing the pit button until she's on the front stretch. All right, so medium tires will get her to the end of the race. And I think we just have to sort of go with that. We're at 13.1 laps, so no fuel is needed, just a 3-second pit stop, and we will be fine. Let's not turn up the engine so much. As soon as we get off pit road, we'll turn it back down and have her start saving some. We want to keep her pace as fast as possible on her in lap. All right, we should be good. I don't think 11th is going to pass us. We'll turn fuel burn down to medium, and we got to turn Falco's tires up just a touch. All right, so looks like Lara is down and away. We'll just push on the tires. We won't go all go, no quit. And we'll see where we can settle in at. She was the first off pit road with Naito. All right, leader is coming down this time. So I think we can then turn Falco up and get 1, maybe 2 really fast laps out of this. Yeah, if we've got... I mean, it's coming down to 10 to go. I think we can stay out 1 more lap. Yeah, we'll stay out 1 more lap. Get as much as we can out of it here. On his last set of full softs. Oh, 10 laps remaining, 10 after the pit stop. We're going to have to turn Falco's engine down. How much would it be to add 1 lap of fuel? 3 to 6 seconds. 3 seconds to put in 1 lap. We'll do that, and then I'll just turn down the engine on Falco's car. We'll have a little bit of excess fuel, and we'll just push out these tires as much as possible. So we should be sitting pretty as far as Falco is concerned. We've got quite a gap, and Lei has not pitted yet. We're within the realm that we can definitely get these soft tires going and up to speed. There we go, 1 lap of fuel and down and away. Let's just push these tires and see where we come out. So we come out in 3rd, behind someone who is probably going to have to pit again. So we are in the driver's seat, ladies and gentlemen, as far as this pit strategy is concerned. Let's turn down Lara, make sure that she can finish the race on her tires, especially with prospective pit stops coming up. And Giuliani, I mean, is like right there. She's got soft tires behind her that are going to give up over the course of this race. So yeah, we are right on the back bumper of 2nd place. We don't even have to push for fuel, and we are chewing in. There you go, Falco. Get the late braking. Get the push going, if you please. Let's go ahead and overtake, see if we can get by him. There you go. Well, I thought so. Let's just do a push, and there we go. Now, I don't think we really have to push a bit. There's 7 laps remaining and 8.6 in the tank. Now, I think we can definitely run away from this guy. And we are in the lead. So let's just keep an eye on our part condition. I really don't even think we have to push it. We can go medium and just cruise away. Yellow flag, Pernette has crashed. That's better for us. And with 5 laps to go, or 6 laps to go, I think we can turn up a little bit more on Lara. So she can hold off 9th right there. Really respectable. 9th is on older soft tires. And we don't have to do anything. We've got a 7-second cushion, and we don't have to come in again at all. I thought we were going to struggle here. But it looks like, yep, it's going to stay clean and green. As long as we don't make a mistake, we should be fine. 5 laps to go. How's part condition? Let's turn down to medium so Lara doesn't have any part condition issues. I don't know if Giuliani is going to pit or if Wood will have to pit. But as far as the leader goes, we are sitting pretty with a 7-second gap. And we're not even pushing this engine. So yeah, we'll just mind the gap, see where Falco can do. And this is a race to remember, ladies and gentlemen. I did not think we had anything for Germany, but I guessed wrong. So 3 laps to go, 40% on the tires. We'll go down to a medium for Lara. We want to make sure that those tires stay under her for sure. Probably push with 2 laps to go or so. So we'll ride with Lara for 1 more lap. And as far as Falco is concerned, he is holding that 8.5 second gap. He doesn't need to do anything right now. And he is in perfect form. So Falco is definitely feeling this race. And Lara coming to 2 laps to go. Go ahead and go. Just go for broke, really push the engine. We're getting close to the red zone. Can Lara get a top 5 out of this? I mean, she's going now. There you go, top 5 for Lara. She's really honing it in there. If she can get by 4th, I can turn the engine back down. Back to a medium. And see if she can get away on these tires, especially with them fighting side by side. If they're going to push, then we need to keep an eye on it. But Falco is clear by 9 seconds. I mean, let the big dog eat, right? All right, we're getting overtaken for 4th. Let's go ahead and push everything we got this last couple laps. Lara's really trying. She needs to get that boost down. Falco with the win. Can Lara get a 4th place? Drive it in there. Boost away. Lara with the 4th. Oh, man. Both cars in the top 4. I think we're going a little bit more overzealous in our sponsorship objectives from here on out, ladies and gentlemen. That was a pretty dominating performance. And here I thought we were done for whenever Falco decided to stop on a dime and pit with the rest of them. But yeah, that light-footed trait definitely paid its dividends in the middle part of the race. He was able to keep those soft tires under him and really do some good work. So, of course, we didn't break any rules. We will refuse to break rules. Let's see. Kaluza got the pole position bonus. Fastest lap went to Naito, which didn't exactly impress in his finishing order. There we go. Another 20 points for Falco. He is now 1 point clear of Kaluza. And Enrica is up to 5th, tied for 11th. And we are still tied with Vittorio Corsa for the championship. Now, I thought good and well that we were going to be clear on team points. I really thought we were, but I guess Vittorio Corsa are some of those consistent drivers, sort of like we are, where it's like the drivers are going to have a good day. One driver is not going to have a bad day. So we're continuing to be neck and neck, ladies and gentlemen. Driver morale should be tip-top. And a home race winner, plus 25 morale for the next 2 weeks for Falco. Well, that'll go away. I mean, that has nothing to do with the garage. So solid race for us there. And yeah, Vittorio Corsa with Kaluza and Tanaka, 2nd and 4th and 1st and 5th. So we need Kaluza or Tanaka to really crash out of the race, is what we need to do. But so far, so good. Feeling pretty good. And Beijing is up next. That is engine, gearbox, and brakes with a medium tire wear. So I think medium tires are going to be the way to go for us. As far as pit crew goes, I think we can go ahead and swap out our changers here. Everyone else is still feeling pretty good. All right, Kaluza on pole, car condition update, interview, we will accept. Falco had to apologize after he soaked her in a shower. Falco was playing around. Hup, 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 hup. You can't enjoy yourself, Falco. Pit Crow review with a home race win. Wilson reveals the aftermath of the shocking fire. Wilson is traumatized for the fire. And a hard-fought win for Falco. So that is going to do it for me in this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't look like any pit crew worth their stuff is available for hire. Toba maybe. But that's going to set us up nicely for our next race in Beijing. But that's going to do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you in the next Motorsport Manager video. Take care.